So, you're planning a trip to Germany's Rhine Valley for 2026? Fantastic choice. You are in exactly the right place. This is a Pieter on Tour masterclass, and together we're going to build your perfect itinerary, one that really balances those fairy tale views with the realities on the ground. Let's dive in.
I mean, this is the vision, isn't it? That picture-perfect image of the Rhine. What you're looking at is a 65-kilometer stretch of river that is so packed with history, it's actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This is the land of the mythical Loreley Rock and the absolute, undisputed heart of Rhine Romanticism.
For centuries, this landscape has just captured the imagination of poets, painters, and travelers alike. But why? What is it about this place that has such a powerful magnetic pull? Let's break it down. And it's not just one thing that makes this place so special. It's how all these different pieces stack up. You've got the official UNESCO stamp of approval, literally the highest density of castles anywhere on the planet, and of course, the dramatic legend of the Loreley. Then you add in those impossibly steep vineyards, and you've got a destination that just fires on all cylinders. Okay, the dream is powerful, I get it. But to make that dream your reality, we need to get practical. And for 2026, that means a pretty crucial price alert. This is where having a smart plan is going to save you a whole lot of money and, honestly, a lot of frustration. First things first, the days of the €2 glass of Riesling, well, they're over. With costs rising all across Germany, the new reality for 2026 means you should budget about €5 to €8 per glass. Now, it's still incredible value for world-class wine, but you got to know the new baseline. And we're seeing the exact same trend with accommodation. What might have been a €50 or €60 apartment rental just a few years ago is now averaging €75 to €90 a night. That is a pretty significant shift, and it makes choosing the right base of operations more important than ever. With over 40 castles staring you in the face, the biggest mistake travelers make is trying to see them all. It is overwhelming, and it's completely unnecessary. So let's focus on a strategic shortlist for maximum impact. Quality over quantity, right?
Here they are. These are the only two castles you absolutely need to focus on. On the left, that's Marksburg. It's the only medieval fortress on the Rhine that was never, ever destroyed. So if you're only going to go inside one castle, make it this one for that pure, authentic experience. Then on the right, you've got Pfalzgrafenstein. This unique ship-like toll station is kind of the supermodel of the Rhine. It's best viewed from the water.
So what about the rest? I want you to think of them as the supporting cast. Castles like Cats and Mouse, they are absolutely stunning, but their main role in your trip is to provide those dramatic, unforgettable silhouettes as your boat just glides past. Don't feel like you have to take them all off a list. All right, now for the logistics. How do you actually see all this without spending a mind-numbing 8 hours on a boat? This is the core of the Pieter on Tour strategy. I call it the smart loop. Here's the heart of the strategy. The common mistake is to take a boat for the entire length of the valley. But honestly, after a couple of hours, scenery fatigue is a real thing. The smart approach is to use Germany's super efficient train system for the longer stretches and save the boat cruise for the absolute scenic sweet spot. So here's how it works in practice. It's easy. You take the train to your starting point, let's say Bingen. From there, you board the boat for just the best part, that 90-minute to 2-hour cruise up to Goar, where the castle density is just insane. You get all the epic views, then you hop off, feeling fresh and ready to explore on foot. No scenery fatigue, all of the highlights. We've covered what to see and how to see it. Now, the final crucial piece of the master plan is where you're going to sleep. Your choice of a base town can honestly make or break your entire Rhine experience. So where should you stay? Well, while beautiful towns like Bacharach and Beauport definitely have their charms, Goar consistently hits that sweet spot. It's perfect for hikers, great for budget travelers, it's got an authentic vibe, and that price point, it aligns perfectly with our 2026 reality check. And most importantly, its central location with both train and ferry access is unbeatable for our smart loop strategy. At the end of the day, this isn't just about finding a bed for the night. It is about choosing a strategic base that enables your entire trip. And for that perfect balance of efficiency, value, and authenticity, St. Goar just consistently comes out on top. To put it really simply, Rudesheim is the famous town, okay? But it gets absolutely crushed by 3 million visitors a year, which makes it expensive and overwhelming. It's a fine place to pop into for an afternoon, but not to stay.
Sankt Goar, on the other hand, gives you that strategic location, the value, and an atmosphere that feels like you're actually in Germany, not just a tourist park. And there you have it. That's your master plan. You're prepared for the 2026 prices. You know to focus on Marksburg and Pfalzgrafenstein. You've got the train and boat smart loop strategy, and you know to base yourself in Sankt Goar. You're ready. So the only question now is, what are you going to do with this knowledge? How are you going to take this master plan and craft your own unique, unforgettable journey right through Germany's romantic heartland?
If you want to go even deeper with full budget breakdowns, day-by-day itineraries, hiking guides, everything you need is waiting for you at peterontour.com. Thanks so much for watching.